Alright guys, you know how these skincare trials go. This time I am doing the brand Shiseido. I'm really excited to be trying this. This is something I have been asked about by you guys, and I'm finally ready to try this brand. Now it's funny that I've never actually tried a Shiseido product aside from the little disposable cloths. I love them. I swear by them. I know they're $10 a bag, but they're the best thing out there. So let's see how the skincare is in comparison to that. I have the Perfect Cleansing Oil, which I have taken a liking to the dual cleansing method, so I'm happy to try that out. I'll be testing out the BioPerformance LiftDynamic Serum. Their little packaging on these deluxe sizes is very adorable. I also have the Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate, which I've heard a lot about. I'm really excited to get to try that. I believe that is one of those serum boosters. Now I have the Shiseido Future Solution LX Concentrated Balancing Softener. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It says to saturate a cotton pad and wipe over face, so it's maybe a toner or an essence. Will be interesting to try that out. And then I have the BioPerformance LiftDynamic Cream, as well as their Benefiance Wrinkle Resist 24 Intensive Eye Contour Cream, specifically for the eye contours. Then I have two masks from this brand as well. I have the Benefiance Wrinkle Resist 24 Pure Retinol Express Smoothing Eye Mask, and then the White Lucent Power Brightening Mask. I will be using these products for 2 weeks. You know how it goes. I will see you then. I'm back after 2.5 weeks of using Shiseido. Yes, 2.5 weeks. I did not have a very good experience with this brand. I'm just going to be transparent with you guys right now. It actually went pretty rough in my personal opinion, and the reason I extended this trial is because I've been sick. I wanted to give this brand a fair go, but when I finally started looking up ingredients, I cut this trial immediately, and we're going to talk about why this didn't go well for me. Two really quick little notes here. Since this is not going to be a particularly positive video, please know that this is my opinion, this is my experience, this is my project. Some brands work really well with my skin, and I still give you pros and cons. When a brand does not work well with my skin, it's a little harder for me to come up with pros, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. It's completely possible that you can have a very different experience from me. You know, this is just the reality of somebody trying to share their honest opinion with you. I think that people on the internet say they want an honest opinion, but then when you give an honest opinion that doesn't mesh with theirs, sometimes you really create a lot of hostility. Guys, it's just going to happen sometime. This is really not directed at my subscribers, by the way. Y'all get it. I keep having negative comments pop up on some of my older videos from people who are very, very upset that I say anything negative. I think that realistically, the only time you see a purely glowing review is a sponsored video. If you like my videos and you want to watch them, sometimes there's going to be a video like today's that just it's not that positive. Second thing, I am barefaced, so I'm showing you everything that's going on my skin. Please ignore the lashes. I know they're a little bit much to be not wearing other makeup, but they're individuals, so they've been on for a week. I don't know if I'm going to take them off or fix them up at this point. I just want to get this video done with. So let's talk about my skin. You can probably already see it's not looking very good. I have been breaking out so badly. I'd say it started about a week into this trial. It didn't happen immediately, but my skin just started to really dry out. And one thing I've noticed with my skin, I have dry skin. I don't have oily skin. I have hormonal acne. And I've really come, especially through doing all these trials, I've come to grasp the fact that alcohol in my skincare and or really harsh ingredients actually makes my acne worse. So I started breaking out. I've been in so much pain. This area of my face hurts. You know, you see a couple of whiteheads, there's going to be a bunch more that's going to surface because I can feel it under the skin. It is painful. And on top of that, I have dryness on my forehead. I don't know if you could see this line. The lines that I had complained about that had gone away a couple of months ago with all this intense skincare just came back with a vengeance. I feel like I look exactly like when we were 21 years old and we thought it was fun to go out and drink all night.
and then you look at yourself in the mirror the next day and see just how dehydrated and awful your skin was. That's how I feel like I look. And I absolutely think it's the denatured alcohol in these products. I think it went horribly on my dry skin, so we're going to talk about that. I also kind of want to talk about Shiseido's brand. Shiseido does this thing that I remember Glam Glow doing, and Estee Lauder does this, and Lancome, and all these other big brands, where they patent a chemical compound that they've discovered. They give it some kind of a new name that makes it sound exciting and appealing, but I feel like I struggle to find actual scientific publications to back their products. I assume they're chemicals. I assume that's because, you know, they do these studies in their own laboratories, but there really should be research to accompany it. I'm struggling with finding it. So we'll get into all that. I'll explain more about that. Let's just start getting into the products. I'm going to go ahead and start with the cleansers. Actually, let me briefly mention the facial cotton. I can't find my facial cotton. I bought an entire one of these packages, and that's actually how I got this gift with purchase. But I can't find it, so just to reiterate what I've said in past videos and what many other people will tell you as well, yes, their facial cotton sheets are incredible. If you get frustrated with cotton balls falling apart on your face, the facial cotton it's amazing. You get 165 sheets for $10. You can cut them in half and extend that even longer. Very durable. They don't fall apart on you. I do recommend them. The only thing that I would recommend a little more than them is to, you know, try to be eco-friendly and try to use reusable microfiber cloths. That's my latest thing. I have not bought any more cotton pads. I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with being more earth conscious, but yes, it is a good product, so I gotta mention it. And then we have the Perfect Cleansing Oil. This is $33 for 6 ounces, and it's amazing. This is really an effective cleansing oil. It reminds me a lot of the Tatcha Camellia cleansing oil, although this is a little more chemical in nature. Not necessarily a bad thing, just something to point out. The ingredients to this includes mineral oil as well as denatured alcohol. I don't really have a problem with denatured alcohol in a cleanser though. It washes off. It's also got some grapeseed oil in here, but its real strength is its ability to remove even the heaviest of makeup. We're talking waterproof makeup really easily and not sting your eyes when you inevitably get it into your eyes. I've said this in other videos. I don't know if this is just me, but I don't do it every single day, but it's just an inevitability that when I'm trying a product for 2 weeks, I'm gonna get it in my eye at least once. So yeah, that actually worked out really well for me. I definitely enjoyed that. Okay, that's about everything that I enjoyed, so let's start talking. Future Solution LX Concentrated Balancing Softener. This retails for $105 for 5.7 ounces. I was a little confused with where to use this in my routine. Is it a toner? It's a little bit of a thicker consistency as well as a higher price tag for a toner. So I kind of figured, well, it's maybe more of an essence, and that's how I ended up using it. I say that word Southern, sorry. I enjoyed using it, but I kind of felt that the longer I used this, the less I liked it. I did read some other reviews of other people's experiences with this product, and I saw some people kind of saying word for word what people say with the SK2 essence and the Misha essence, which is, I didn't really see it doing anything until I took it out of my skincare routine and then I missed it. I don't think I'm going to have that experience because, like all of the other products from this line, this also contains denatured alcohol. It's lower on the ingredients list than some of the others we're going to talk about, but I'm just going to pass on it. I guess I'm not as mad at this product, but I still think it could be better. But let's get this real doozy out of the way. This is the Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. Shiseido pushed this so hard recently. Do you guys remember that? This retails for $67 for an ounce, $97 for 1.6 ounces, and I am furious at this product. Shiseido calls this a pre-treatment, which means it's supposed to be a serum before your other serums. My problem with this stinking product is that the ingredients list reads as follows: water, denatured alcohol, glycerin, and dimethicone. Yes, I memorized it because I'm that mad. That means that the majority of this product is those 4 ingredients, with there being more of denatured alcohol than anything else. This product is so inexpensive to manufacture. If you're calling it a pre-serum, here, I understand where this idea is coming from, and let me explain. We're going to talk about alcohol real quickly. The reason that alcohol gets such a bad rap in the skincare world is because it is drying, but it does have a benefit to it. Using alcohol will help to stabilize your product, and it will help to increase absorption, which means the product itself will work better. So of course it makes sense to throw alcohol into a pre-treatment, but that's not exactly what I mean when I say throw it in a $67 product for an ounce. It's to make it primarily denatured alcohol. Sorry, I'm frustrated with it. I'm frustrated with it because I know how many people are using this, and I know that it costs maybe 10 cents a bottle to manufacture that. It's very frustrating. I'm very disappointed, and I do feel that that's probably the product that gave me the biggest amount of problems. And I mean, my skin hurts. I'm mad. I'll give you a little bit of devil's advocate here. Alcohol in skincare, the reason it has such a bad rap on Beautypedia, Paula's Choice, a lot of other skincare communities, is the studies that have come out that have showed cell death related to alcohol. The problem with those studies is that they are all conducted in vitro, and as I'm sure you guys know, in vitro kind of gives you a little portion of the picture, but it just doesn't tell you the whole story. And maybe, you know, attribute this partially to my background. I have degrees in chemistry and psychology, so I get real confused when I see only an in vitro study. I understand that's enough for a lot of the biochemical world, but if you come over to my psychology side, that's not anywhere near enough. So I'm conflicted about it. I still don't hate alcohol, but I do hate seeing that much in that expensive of a product. I hope I'm clear on this. Let's move on, because I really don't want to talk about this anymore. Maybe it'll work for some people with oily skin, but you don't even need to spend close to that amount of money. I can't even speak, I'm so mad. BioPerformance LiftDynamic Serum. This retails for $98 for an ounce, and this is a very silky serum, mostly because it does have a lot of dimethicone in it. Actually, the texture of this really reminds me of the Clinique Smart Repair, which is $59 if you want something that is a dupe for this. It's okay. Shiseido did that thing that I referred to in the beginning of this video where they create their own compound. The one for this that they are promoting is something they're calling Super Bio Hyaluronic Acid Plus, which, for as fancy as that sounds, is just sodium acetylated hyaluronate. And I couldn't find anything to back up this being that much better of a hyaluronic acid variation. I guess I would say it's fine, you just don't need to spend $98 on Super Bio Hyaluronic Acid Plus. In the same BioPerformance line, we have the LiftDynamic Cream, which retails for $115 for 1.7 ounces. And yes, it's a thick and fairly non-greasy face cream. Surprisingly, it's nice, it feels nice, but you don't need to spend $115 on this. Glycerin is the second ingredient. It's just like my gripe with Ultimune. This is not an expensive product for Shiseido to manufacture. So what you're really paying for when you pay for that price tag is for this particular line, which sounds fancy. You're paying for the research for Shiseido to patent their own Super Bio Hyaluronic Acid Plus. I'm sorry, I sound negative here. I just don't think you need to buy it. There's plenty of drugstore, my hair keeps getting in my mouth. There's plenty of drugstore products that contain glycerin as the second ingredient and are just as effective as this. Let's talk about the Benefiance Wrinkle Resist 24 Intensive Eye Contour Cream. This retails for $60 for 0.51 ounces. Pretty standard in price, unlike the other two products I just talked about, for a mid-range brand. And apparently this one has been around for quite a while. I saw a lot of people in the reviews saying that this is a product that they've used for years and years. I get it. I get why this has been a holy grail to a lot of people. It kind of feels very light when you first touch it with your fingers and go to apply it. But once it's actually on your skin, it surprisingly feels heavy. It's a surprisingly nice eye cream, but I was once again just very shocked to see that Shiseido is still using denatured alcohol in an eye cream. That seems to be one of the more consistent rules that brands follow. Is fine if you're going to throw some alcohol into your serums and your creams, but in general you don't put it in your eye cream, because the difference that we're supposed to be paying for when we pay this $60 tag for a price tag for an eye cream is we're supposed to be paying for a more gentle product that is for that sensitive under eye skin. And at the very least, if you do enjoy this product, I would certainly not combine it with the other serums so that you also don't run the risk of drying out your skin too much. I get it if you do use it. I do get this product. It was pretty nice overall. I'd just be careful with it. I guess I would say just be careful. All right, let's get into the masks. First, I have the Wrinkle Resist 24 Pure Retinol Express Smoothing Eye Mask. How much was this? Let me see. This is $65 for 12 of these, and here's what I don't understand about this. Retinol takes a long time for you to see results. You have to be very consistent with it. It just takes time for your skin to reap its benefits. Why would you want to buy this, which you can only use 12 times for $65, as opposed to a retinol serum, which you can use 60 times? Why not buy Different, which is a much more potent form of retinol, for $30 at the drugstore? I don't understand this. I get that, you know, the purpose of an eye mask is to provide some kind of an instant relief. You know, maybe your skin is freaking out, so you throw some kind of a face mask on or an under eye mask. But why would you want a retinol-based one then? Because retinol doesn't give immediate results. I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Honestly, I think this is a little bit gimmicky to go and try to tell people that retinol is going to do something instant, because it's not. I've said this, when I try to review retinol products, 2 weeks isn't enough for me to tell you what I really thought of the retinol. We have the White Lucent Power Brightening Mask. Backstory on this. So apparently the White Lucent line is actually a big thing for Shiseido. This is another one of their patented products. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, their active ingredient here is 4-MSK, which they call a quasi-drug. This is potassium methoxysalicylate, which is supposed to inhibit melanin and tyrosine kinase activity. I could not find anything to back this up. Maybe it does in their lab research that they haven't published. Maybe I just couldn't find it. Maybe it's in Japanese. It's completely possible. But I couldn't really find anything to back this. And two things to address with this one. Well, we'll also address the White Lucent name, because here in America, I don't know how you guys feel, but I kind of I'm feeling uncomfortable about the name of this. I think that Eastern skin ideals are just very, very different from Western, but this is something that can be extrapolated over to Western usage for people that have dark spots, age spots, which I don't have, so it's a little hard for me to review this, but I can tell you what I do know about age spots. The most common ingredients that you see in dark spot creams or age spot creams are going to be, niacinamide, vitamin C, also hydroquinone, which is in the Murad Rapid Age Spot Serum. Pulling that out of memory, it may not be completely accurate, but you get where I'm going with that. That's a very potent ingredient. You don't want to use it over the 4% level. I think it's at 2% in the Murad Serum. They skipped out on that in this, which is fine. It's kind of a little bit controversial, but to rely so heavily on their own finding, it makes me cautious. It makes me cautious. There are other good ingredients in here, but have we said the price yet? I think I haven't. $70 for 6 sheets. Before you guys think that I just hate all expensive skincare masks, I don't. My favorite is actually really expensive. It's by the brand Verso. I don't even know how I stumbled upon it. It's ridiculously expensive, but dang, is it impressive in what it does for your skin. And I just didn't feel like this was doing anything more. Again, like I did say, I don't have any age spots, so I can't really, give you a real thorough review of this. But I'd say if you want to prevent age spots, you know what you should be doing? Using sunscreen. All dermatologists will agree with me on this. This is the best thing you can ever do for your skin, is to start using sunscreen at a young age. Prevent this kind of situation from happening to you. It's never too late. Start using it now. I wouldn't recommend that. I just didn't see any reason to buy it over the Murad Age Spot. All right, so that's all I got. I'm sorry that this video is a bit negative. I was really disappointed. I was really disappointed. This is a huge brand. This is a huge brand backed by so many chemists. That what on earth happened here? Now again, I'm gonna make some people mad, so maybe if you have oily skin, alcohol is not gonna affect your skin as much as it does to somebody who already has dry skin like myself, so keep that in mind. But in general, I wouldn't recommend this brand, even though the research on alcohol is a bit limited. My own results tell me that this is not a brand for me. Well, unfortunately, I would just have to say, stick with their cotton pads. I think they do makeup too. What have I heard that's good? This is the eyelash curler I've heard is good, but honestly, you want my opinion if you want it. I would not buy their skincare. It's a lot of inexpensive ingredients and a lot of denatured alcohol and a lot of fragrance as well. Alright guys, I hope you did find this video helpful, even if it's not the most uplifting video out there. Please make sure you give it a like if you did like this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, YouTube.